It's Tracy Jackson, also known as the Spiritual Cheerleader, and I'm coming to you with your card of the week this week. Stay tuned to the end for a special message from me in relation to these cards. All right, so our card this week actually comes from the Crystal Mandala Oracle by Alana Fairchild. And our card this week is number 47. It is Goddess Rhiannon, and it is integrity. Ammonite, the crystal angel of Amazonite, and her essence is integrity. And so this card really speaks to us standing and being in our integrity. And many times people, wonder like, okay, well, what does it mean to be integrous? Like, what does it mean? It really means to hold true to your authenticity and to your values, and to clean up basically your side of the street before you start like messing with other people's side, right? We think about it in the sense of spiritual teachers and things that are out there. Obviously no one is perfect, right? But at the same time, the teachers, you can tell the teachers that put their work into practice, the ones that are literally learning it as they are teaching it to you and taking it on for themselves, the ones that are able to I'm using a term from my upbringing, convicted in spirit, when they maybe step out of line or offend someone. They come up to you and they say, you know what, I felt that I offended you and I just wanted to apologize on the front end before you even ask them to, right? That's somebody that's operating in their integrity. In being integrous, it literally is about being more you, and not folding on that part of you that that is you. I'm like losing my words here, but a perfect example of this was me. Earlier this week, I was talking to someone on the phone about a potential opportunity. They started talking to me about the opportunity, and they said, "Okay, and so like, what do you think? What are you doing right now?" And I was like, I like literally laid out like where I was in my life and what I wanted out of any potential opportunity that I had to do the legal work that I do. Like, these are the things that I want out of it. I want it to be flexible. I want it to be this. I want it to be that. And I had reasons backing that up. Like, this is why I want that, and da 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 da. And I'm all about, working hard. And when I am at work, I'm at work. But at the same time, basically my priorities are here, and therefore this comes secondary. This is basically, I'm totally committed to it, but it's secondary to my priorities, right? My priorities for me, God, family, right? So the person was like, you know what, like, I'm gonna tell you, like, I don't think this opportunity is for you, but you know what, I'm gonna be really diligent about looking for opportunities that might meet your requirements, because I believe in that same thing too. I'm taking care of this person, and it would be nice to have more opportunities like that. And I said, yeah, it's cool, whatever. That was me operating in my integrity. I could have bent my roles and played along and acted as if I was totally cool with the way that this particular opportunity went down, right? I could have like flubbed on it. I could have said, yeah, sure, I'm totally fine working 12-hour days and not really taking my vacations, and just being at the whim of other people. I'm totally fine with that. Totally great. Like, I'm ready to be part of the team. could have said that, right? But I could not do it. My integrity would not allow me to do it. And even in personal situations with friends where I'm, maybe communicating something or I'm talking about something, there's a lot of times where I can't go down the path. You know what I'm saying? Like, especially so much with my friends that are maybe not as spiritually minded, like when they start to go down the gossip trail, like I can't do it. Like my perfect example is my parents like to bring me in and rope me into the news stories on TV all the time, right? And they like to go down this whole path of like, gossiping about what has occurred today in the news, da 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 da, and I can't believe this person did this, and I am so mad at this one and that one and this one and that one. And I'm like, guess what, guys? I don't really want to hear it. I understand that you're fired up, but I'm happy and I'm not going to lose my joy based on, you talking about something that occurred right now. Like, the person just said something. No actions have been taken. The person said something, you don't like what he said, so now you're, oh my God, can you believe he said? It doesn't matter to me. Because in my head, I'm looking at it from the spiritual standpoint, of, yeah, this is all illusion. And, I recognize that he's speaking from a hurt place. And I recognize that he's fearful. He's fearful. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was like, I recognize in this person, I see the spirituality in this person. I'm able to see this person through the lens of love. And yeah, I don't agree with everything this person says. I don't agree with the great majority of what this person says. But at the same time, I'm not going to get out of my integrity to come down to your level to bash this person. Like, I can't. It's like, I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. It's not serving me. The only thing it makes me do is get out of the peaceful mindset that I'm already in. It makes me lose my peace. So that's what integrity is about. Now, you might be wondering, how does Goddess Rhiannon play into this whole idea of integrity? Well, for those that are not familiar, Rhiannon is a Celtic goddess, and her story goes something like this. She basically was of the world of the Fae. If you are a fan of True Blood, you might remember that Suki was a fae, but it's basically a fairy. And so she was of the world of the fae. She fell in love with a human. And obviously her fae companions, her fae family felt like, why can't you just marry another fae? That's what we do. We marry fae. Like, we don't marry humans. But she wanted to be authentically herself. She wanted to be free. And she wanted to do things her own way. She stood in her integrity. She went to this human, as a magical being does. She rode in on a white horse and captured his eye. He chased her. When he caught up with her, she said, if you meet me at this tower in a year, I will marry you. Of course, a year goes by. After that year, he comes back. They get married. She struggles for so long to have an heir. Obviously, being of two different realms, it was a bit of a struggle, but she finally had an heir. And then the humans that she was living amongst were so jealous and things of her that they basically stole the child, killed a puppy, smeared its blood all over her, and basically framed her for the death of her child, saying that she had eaten the child because she was fae. And, her husband lost faith in her. Her husband felt like maybe she had done it. She knew she hadn't done it. But at no time did she, you know, did she, try to get back at the people that had done this to her. She stood in her integrity. It wasn't that she didn't get angry or anything like that. She obviously channeled her sacred rage within her, but it wasn't about like bringing someone down. It was more about letting people know who she was. And ultimately it was discovered that this had occurred, that the baby had been stolen, that people had framed her for the death of the child. And she stood in her integrity. Again, at the end of it, she never was like, I told you so. She never was like, I y'all are going to the dungeons. She was like, you know what, I forgive you. I'm good. I don't want any parts of this. I'm going to stand in my integrity. I'm going to be who I am. And that is the lesson of the card. The card is speaking to that. It's speaking to that idea of us, no matter what slings and arrows are thrown at us, that we stand in our integrity. We don't go down to their level. We don't, we don't try to, wrestle with them in the mud. We stay in our integrity. We stay in that peaceful state, that mindset. As I mentioned, my parents want me to come down there and start arguing with them about, and agreeing with them about this particular situation. I don't want to do that. I stand in my integrity. And the more that you do this, the more you will see that you are standing in your integrity, that you are becoming more authentically you, that you are embodying who you truly are. So keep doing that. Obviously, this one has gone a little bit longer, but I wanted to, the special treat that I was talking to you guys about for this week was the fact that I am now opening up my calendar to perform healing templates with the Crystal Mandala Oracle. I was certified. I am now a licensed practitioner of soul guidance and sacred mentoring with Alana Fairchild. I just received that last week, and I'm super excited to perform these template healing sessions. So many have kind of taken part in those. Last year I had a couple of people that joined into those sessions and were able to experience it. What I will say about the sessions is that it is a healing modality such as like Reiki or energy healing in general. It's another form of energy healing. The sacred container that we channel that energy into is the template, and that has been curated by Alana, and we use it, and we basically integrate the essence of the card. So in the case of the card like Rhiannon, we would integrate the idea of integrity into our being if she was our host that was selected. And I would walk you through the healing process to basically integrate that guidance into your being such that you become more integrous over the course. So I am offering those template sessions. The information for that is on my website. It's at www.tracySjackson.com/SGSM, and that's for Soul Guidance Sacred Mentoring. You can even look at just go to tracysjackson.com, and on my pull down for, let's work together, it has all the information for the sessions there and all the different types of things that I do. So there are individual healing sessions, meaning there's one-on-one healing, there's group healing sessions. If you have 3 or more people that want to do a template healing session, we can do that. And then we have workshops that are about 5 or 6 hours long, depending on if you have a lunch included or not. And those, again, are for 3 or more people. And they are amazing, because not only do you get the template session, but you also get guided visualizations, a dancing meditation. You get information on numbers and integrating the essence of the message from the numbers into your life. You get a grounding meditation. You get a certificate when you complete it. It's really, really awesome. And I hope you take me up on it. Obviously, if you have any questions about it, feel free to reach out. I will leave the link below. But that is our guidance for this week. That's the card for this week. And I hope that you enjoyed this. I will talk to you guys soon. Bye.